Welcome, everybody, to the No Name Nonsense podcast. I am in the building. Your boy, Corny J. We out here going to do our thing. And hanging out with me today, this beautiful, beautiful, early Sunday morning, is Mama Steve. What's going on, Mama Steve?
Oh my goodness. We had such fun last night at the gaming place. And this morning, I am just feeling it.
Absolutely. So if those don't know, we actually went to Battle and Brew, which is, I want to say, was Sandy Springs out for
Roswell?
Roswell, yes, Roswell.
Yes.
And we went out there. Beautiful, beautiful gaming bar. I mean, if you go there, just the names of the foods and the drinks alone, if you're a geek or a gamer, will pull you in. But it's just a total geek and nerd bar. From trivia nights, they have like about Marvel comics and Harry Potter trivia nights and the whole gauntlet. But they also have places where they have consoles set up on big screen TVs where you and a group of your friends can come and play. This is not an ad for Battle and Brew.
No.
It's just an awesome place to go and want to hang out with. But I think we both put up some photos and everything on our Instagram. So you can definitely check out our Instagrams below. And I know Mama Steve has her Instagram and Twitch below her name.
Yep.
But Mama Steve, tell them all the places they can find us.
Well, you can find us on Spotify. We have all of our segments on Spotify. We are listed as Headcanon Circus, and every topic that we discuss is segmented per topic. So it's basically, you want to listen to a specific topic that you're interested in, you could easily click on it instead of having to scroll through like an hour podcast. So like and subscribe under Headcanon Circus, and that is on Spotify. And coming soon, we're going to have an Instagram page. It is in the works. So as soon as that pops up, we'll let you know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, we have other shows that are under Headcanon Circus, like me and your bae do a wrestling show, Wrestling Review, and that is under Headcanon Circus under Facebook. So you can check us out there. I'm working on the rights and licensing issues to get it on YouTube. But right now, you can check it out on Facebook. We did Ric Flair versus Macho Man recently. And I think this coming up Monday, we're going to do Halloween Havoc electricity match. Your bae came up with this one. So I'm in the win here. I still have to really, really watch the match to get a feel of it. But it's really, really fun and really, really enjoyable. So people check that out as well. But again, like Mama Steve said, do not forget to like, subscribe, follow so you can be updated. Hit on YouTube, hit the little bell notification so you can come and see us and enjoy all the insanity that we have and pursue with all my friends. All right, so let's jump into the No Name Nonsense podcast first. Or I guess one of the topics of today will be, why are all these black celebrities endorsing Trump in the last hour? So, Mama Steve, what do you think? And so people need context. Lil Wayne just came out and he's saying he's endorsing Trump. Lil Pump, who I'm not familiar with because I'm old, came out.
I'm not either.
That he's endorsing Trump. 50 Cent came out and recanted, but he did initially say he was, supporting or endorsing Trump. And then people tried to accuse Ice Cube of supporting and endorsing Trump. So What's going on, Mama Steve?
I'm going to go back to my theory that I stated in our previous episode in regards to Ice Cube and the endorsement. I'm thinking that the campaign and the representatives of the campaign are really just, trying to get as many black celebrities as they possibly can for the diversity factor. Obviously they've done their research and they're like, well, Trump is not as diverse, or Black Lives Matter is being pushed more towards the Democratic side. And then, of course, you have that platinum plan that Trump is trying to implement in regards to, diversity of all races, including the Black community. So I'm thinking that's basically what they're doing is now they're like, we are, we're lacking in one area. And now they're trying to get the celebrities to come in so that they can, get that final push for the final vote, because election day is 2 days away. I mean, we're filming this podcast on a Sunday.
Right.
So election day is Tuesday. And it's like, it's got to get down to the wire. It's kind of like when you do like a research paper and you're trying to cram every single bit of information that you possibly can at the very last minute to fill in the 1,000 word limit.
Right.
That's the best way that I could describe it and the easiest way I could describe it is that, obviously I'm not going to pick sides here because, we are we're undecided voters. Although I did vote. I'm not going to say who I voted for.
Hey,
Yeah, I did vote.
congratulations
Yes.
on
But
voting. That's what I'm
yep,
talking about.
I did early voting, but I was undecided. But I took the time and I did my research, and how it is. You have to really sit down, take your time, and read all the facts about everyone that's involved, not just the presidential candidates, but the state representatives as well, because there's more than presidential candidates on the ballot. There's state representatives, there's Senate, there's House, there's different laws and regulations that they want to implement. And I guess, if I'm sitting down to do my research on the candidate to vote for, then these two presidential candidates need to sit down and figure out exactly what their plan's going to be to attract the undecided voters that are waiting until the last minute to vote. So obviously, it sounds like Trump is lacking in that area. And now he's trying to get that push for the minority, the Black, the Hispanic, the, whatever, vote that he could possibly get in regards to that.
Absolutely.
And
And I think it
yeah,
is a certain amount of one, these black celebrities that are endorsing him are in the higher economical payment class. So they look at Trump's policies that sometimes benefit the rich and it benefits them. So, okay, cool. And I think it is something in our culture in the black community that we think that every black person has to try to help or empower other black people. Sometimes some people fight against that thought process and say, hey, well, you know what, if we are actually going to be free people or we're going to be not upholding to the system, then we should not be a monolith and we should be separate. And we should act no different than white folks act, quote unquote. Like, the Irish
right,
white folk ain't worrying about the German white folk and voting a certain way to help the German. Like, most people like Latinos, Hispanics, blacks, we kind of vote in blocks that we think helps majority of our people.
right.
So that's one thought process on it. Two, I'll be honest with you. I just personally feel that, they are misguided. And here's a good thought process that, someone, I was watching something and I'm going to shout it out, Roland Martin, Unfiltered. Roland Martin brought up a good, great, great, great point that I never thought about until he said it. And Mama Steve, I'm going to have you even just kind of think about it for a moment on this. When we're talking about political issues and policies, and it's like comes to being on TV, I never see Tom Hanks. I never see George Clooney. I don't see Brad Pitt. I'm trying to think of a white artist like Taylor Swift on CNN and NBC and Fox News and all that talking about politics. Who do they usually get? They get white people that are
Yep.
versed in politics and economy and etc. But why is it with black folks, we get on these shows celebrities who aren't versed
Well,
in politics, who aren't versed in how this stuff goes, but yet they put them on this show and they're the voice for like quote unquote Black America. So I don't know if you thought about that. Like,
well, I am going to say this. Who was the wrestler that we used to watch all the time that was like the dinosaur type of character and he had that fun intro? But he was like one of these wrestlers that was like fun for the kids.
mm-hmm.
Um, I don't want to say his name is Titus, but oh gosh, it's going to bug me and I'm going to have to look it up. But this particular wrestler doesn't wrestle with the WWE anymore. Instead, he is a political commentator on Fox News. So he's on Fox News now and he talks, because he is a Republican, he talks about, his political views of the matter.
Right.
And I was actually shocked at that. I'm like, wow, you go from wrestler to political commentary. So, we have that type of celebrity that has gone from one platform to the next. He
Well,
started as a
but that
wrestler.
that guy's an outlier in the sense that he quit a job to make this his job. Ice Cube's still
Exactly.
making music. Lil Wayne's
Ex-
still making music. Like even we
exactly.
talk about guys like Dick Gregory, he
Hmm.
quit being a full-time comedian to be a political activist. My point is that we don't look at white folk entertainers as the speaking for white folks.
Hang
We look
on.
at black entertainers though as the speaking for black folks. Like you can't really name a white entertainer that they go to primarily to speak about white issues.
What about Taylor Swift? Because you brought up Taylor Swift, and if any of y'all watched the documentary Miss Americana and you've seen her Instagram, she has actually come out as more of a a voice for the Democratic side in regards
But
to
is Taylor
women's
Swift on
issues.
CNN talking about Trump's policies?
No, she's not, but she's
My
more of
point
a
exactly. But
Democrat.
you got Ice
Yeah.
Cube doing it. You
Yeah.
got all these
Well,
black celebrities doing it. Like, but even if you're gonna keep trying to be cop for it, you can't find Brad Pitt ain't sitting on with Don Lemon talking about Trump's economic plan. Like
yeah, because
black celebrities
right.
historically have been like, but they don't go. And my point is, they don't go to black politically intelligent people to have that conversation.
Yeah, but
And
you know they're afraid. They're afraid for their career because you have David Harbour, who at the SAG Awards indirectly had a speech that Trump is being he's treating the immigration situation like crap, and he put it in the acceptance speech when Stranger Things won the SAG Award in what was it 2017 or 2018, and then everyone in the audience was like, yeah, 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 but you don't see them. You're right, you don't see them coming forward and stating their opinion on a news platform, but you see them at the award shows that are supporting these indirect speeches, as I like to call them, because it's not pointing something out, but it's like, we've got to make a change. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, look up when Stranger Things won the SAG Award for best drama, I believe.
you think CNN wouldn't want to have Tom Hanks on there talking about political activism?
I
Like
think I think they've asked. I'm just gonna be devil's advocate here. I think they've asked, but I'm thinking that because he doesn't want to get involved, he told them no. That's just my opinion
and
because he's
again, I know
afraid
we're
of how it
cutting.
will. What? Go ahead.
I know we're slicing hairs on this one, but I don't think they're asked because you think they're going to ask. Well, this way, if you are in this news company, you have your plethora of political analysts that you're going to call on to have a conversation. I doubt Tom Cruise is never on that list. I doubt Tom Hanks is never on that list. But if you talk about black folks' issues, I guarantee you there's a bunch of black celebrities on there before you get like I give respect to Fox News, how sometimes they'll have Dr. Cornel West on.
Right.
Dr. Cornel West is probably the only black voice that you hear politically that they talk avidly to out of the spectrum. We have plenty of black economists. We have plenty of black politicians. We have plenty of black political genius minds. I mean, Angela Rye is one of the bigger ones too that's on network TV. But for some reason, my point is that we don't have those situations when it comes to white America. And a part of me feels like it is a shuck and jive move. You put these black celebrities up there and go, oh, talking point, black celebrity. And naturally, they're not versed in this. So their answers aren't always going to be the most eloquent or the most contextual or the most relevant to the situation. And then when they go and endorse somebody like Donald Trump, it's like, oh, well, Ice Cube or this person did this, we got to cancel them. They don't know shit about shit. Like, I hate to say that. Like, they don't know shit about shit. It's like last week we talked about, it's plenty of black agendas out there Ice Cube could have put his name towards and promote it and help make that more successful. He decided to make his own. Kudos to it. But the point again is people have already done the work that you could have used your celebrity to endorse. And because you know what that does also, you give access to those people. And when you start giving access to those ideas and those philosophies, now you start getting people who look into it and go, oh, wow, I agree with that. Oh, wow, why isn't this being done? Oh, wow, these are people boots on the street that have been doing this for 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. Now you start giving them that popularity. You start giving them that media bump. And now you start, I ain't gonna say a revolution, but you start a mindset and you start introducing it to other people that if I don't put them on my programming, I never have to worry about. I think when you're saying this, I think we're talking about two different things. Celebrities and white celebrities
Maybe.
endorse a lot of stuff.
Well,
You
yeah,
go on,
but
like
they're
you said,
still
Taylor
stating the
Swift.
platform. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
they do it all through their platform. And my comment is that they do not have them having intellectual political conversations on TV. I
And
think
they
the
may
point you're
not
saying is
be.
that you're
And I
saying is, oh well,
agree.
they're afraid to lose it. No, if you're endorsing your stuff on your socials, you are willing to go on CNN and talk about it because you've already put it out to your millions of followers already. The point I'm saying
True.
is they're not being asked. There's no way. I will find it very hard to believe that they're actively out there searching for top flight A-list celebrities that are white to come on their program and talk about Trump's. Like David Harbour isn't quite A-list, but I doubt so much like, hey, we got to get David Harbour on so he can to really examine why he feels the way he feels about immigration.
Right.
But I get you what they will do. They'll play the clip of David Harbour with real people that can know about immigration and immigration policy and break down this clip of why it's true, false, or indifferent. But I doubt they're calling David Harbour and going, hey, come on here. And I think without that, David Harbour would be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I know I made this whole thing that went viral, but I don't want to go on CNN. And I doubt that's happening. I just truly believe how media works. I doubt they're like, oh, let's not get David Harbour on to talk about it. I'm really serious. I think they're probably like, no, we're not getting it on because like to them, he's not the voice of white people. I just think it's something going on that in the Black community, we don't listen to Black intellectuals about the topics and situations. Like anybody, like you said, that's listening to Lil Wayne or 50 Cent, whoever, to make their voting or political affiliations, especially for Black America, is so far gone. It's ridiculous. And I think the point is that we don't even listen to our Black intellectuals. I know Joe Biden said the stupid shit like if you have to decide between me and Trump, like you're not Black. And I know it was ill-colored and a little racist and all the stuff we want to say. The point is, I agree with Joe Biden. If you're voting for Trump and you are Black, you probably don't know what's going on, or you're making money for him being reelected. It has to be one or the other because it's too many Black intellectuals that know what goes on all day and every day that are against him. And I have to say, why would that be true if he isn't bad for us? Like, why would all the Black intellectuals, pretty much 90% across the board, be like, this ain't a good look for us? But we don't listen to them. We listen to Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, Ice Cube. I mean, all this other stuff that's like, why are we listening to them? And I don't know because I'm not white. Maybe white people do listen to their celebrities and go, well, because Taylor Swift is voting Democrat, I'm going to vote Democrat now. I have a huge feeling they don't. I got a huge feeling that Taylor Swift, growing up in the music industry, being country, that's extremely Republican, I doubt all her fans were like, you know what? I'm renouncing my Republican roots and being a Democrat because Taylor Swift.
I'll be honest with you, she got a lot of positive feedback when she came out as a Democrat because, obviously I can't say anything because I'm white. I can't say anything about the black part of the issue, but I can speak on the white part because I am white. I can say from experience and from being on social media and from being active on social media and interacting with other people on social media that a lot of young millennials and Gen Zs, white girls, boys, whatever, men and women, do look up to their celebrities and they're avid followers of the celebrity. They're going to pay very close attention what that celebrity has to say. Trust me, when Taylor Swift came out and became a political advocate for the Democratic seat in regards to the Senate, and she and her mom stood next to that campaign flag and endorsed that representative and that candidate, got a lot of positive feedback.
Right.
A lot of her followers who are women were like, we stand with Taylor Swift's side. We stand with what Taylor Swift believes in. Because if she is coming out as a woman of feminism and empowerment for the left, then maybe I, as her follower, should come out as a, Democrat. I'm not saying I as in myself, but a lot of her followers did come out and say, well, Taylor, we support your decision and we completely understand and we are with you and we agree. So you're going to have, especially since I have the Stranger Things fan page, a lot of the followers and a lot of people in the fandom really do go by what their favorite celebrities say. They pay very close attention. And when I say they pay very close attention, I'm talking details. Because as soon as one kid comes out and says something, they are posting about it and reposting about it. Every single line, every single detail. They are taking what this kid has said and they are dissecting it. And that's why I state what I've stated, that I feel that even if they were asked to come out and endorse this person, some people may say no because they know that their fans are going to dissect everything they say.
Right.
And they don't want a negative following just in case.
I'm just going to run into the roundup for me here. I'm just going to give the top 3 reasons why, if you're listening to Lil Wayne, you're an idiot. Reason number 3. Reason number 3. Lil Wayne shot himself with a gun. Yes, the pointy part, the part that everybody understands the bullet comes out of, yes, he faced it at him and shot himself because he thought the gun wasn't loaded. That is reason number 3 why, if you're listening to Lil Wayne, you are an idiot. Reason number 2, he still does little in the beginning of his name.
Oh, gosh.
They couldn't even let his name be Dwayne Carter or whatever Jr. while he endorsed it. No, it still was little. L-I-L.
Are
If
you
you're
sure he's
listening to
not?
any,
You sure he's not stating little for something else?
once again, if you're listening to any grown ass man that still goes by the name Lil, Lil, for your political advice, you're a goddamn idiot. And the last, number one reason why you should not listen to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne does not think systematic racism exists, even though
What?
he was sent to jail for having a gun that was not on his person, but was on someone else's person on his tour bus, and he got sent to jail for. But he does not
Wait, whoa,
believe.
whoa, 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 whoa. He doesn't
Yes.
think it exists?
No, not at all. He said it doesn't exist and it doesn't affect him. He doesn't think
Wow.
racism exists anymore because he's a rich black man. So if racism existed, how would he have become a rich black man? Yes. No, number one, why you should not listen. If you're listening to Lil Wayne for your political advice, you're a goddamn idiot. So with that being said, Mama Steve, do you have any finishing words? And
Little
then we will
Wayne
go
just
find where everybody can find us at, and then we will get off.
well, I will agree that Little Wayne should drop the little, but that just goes back to my theory on, maybe there's a reason why it's little. But anyway, don't forget to find us on Spotify and
His
follow us
bitches love
under
him.
what's that?
I said, but his bitches love him. That's what he tells us.
Oh God, I highly doubt it. Anyway, find us on Spotify under Headcanon Circus. Again, we are segmented per topic, so you pick a topic that you like, that you want to listen to. You won't have to go through a whole hour trying to like fast forward through to get to a topic that you want to listen to in regards to it. Just go to Spotify, search Headcanon Circus, like and subscribe, and all those topics will be there for your listening pleasure.
Absolutely. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube and on Facebook under Headcanon Circus as well.
That's
Please
right.
remember to like, follow, subscribe. This is how we get our numbers up. And we do this for free, for fun. But you know what, man? Bringing a little change in, helping the community, helping all this back here. And I know Mama Steve
Yep.
has all that back there, helping that out. Take some load off her bay because he don't want to keep paying for Stranger Things. Help us pay for her Stranger Things, and that way she can give you more Stranger Things information and knowledge.
Stranger Con's coming up again. Kind of need a couple more dollar bills to pay for some more photo ops with some of my favorite cast members. I'm just kidding. I'm
Absolutely.
good.
But no, share it to friends, send it to friends, family, relatives, make them listen, force them to listen, do a listening party. Whatever you can do to help us out, we really appreciate it. But again, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share it if you can. We are out of here. No Name Podcast coming to you.